Hello, how's everyone doing? Just cutting some pieces here for my mosaic wall hanging. It's a daisy. Just nipping away, cutting some strips right now. And then I'm going to cut them down to smaller pieces. I'm just gonna do like a whole row of them first. Hello. How are you doing? Working on my mosaic art piece. It's a daisy. I'm just cutting some glass down so that I can fill in this one petal that I have outlined. Just clear some of this glass. There's some glass shards from me breaking it. That wasn't good. Now I just got it all over my glasses here. I think it's dried a little bit on the inside here. It's sticking here. Whoops. I'll go a little faster now that I put them in their little staging area. This is like the landing spot before they get on the train. Hello? How's everyone doing? I'm just doing my best to fit these in. Kind of twist and turn and find the right size. I pre-cut these just now. I'm going to have to cut some in a few minutes again. This goes a little faster when I have some, or it seems like it does anyways. Who knows if it does. It's better than picking up my nippers and putting them down, picking them up. Get a little flow going here. Need one with a little bit of a point to it, kind of a triangle. Just fit it in there. Need a little more glue. See if I can move this light a bit too. There, that's probably better. It's more on what I'm doing. Right? And I'm using an iridized glass. It has a shimmer to it for the center of the petal, and for the outside I'm just using a plain white. And just follow along, fitting them in as best as I can. Hello, how's everyone doing? Oh, yes, thank you, Living Easy. It is coming along, thank you. How are you tonight? Just take my tweezers here and just kind of, actually that piece I do not like. It has a little bit of a yeah, the edge is kind of, it's not straight, basically. Kind of jagged. Don't like jagged edge. Alright, so that's better. And this one's a little long, so I'm just gonna nip it in half. Keep going. Put this one here. I need again another triangle. Just kind of squeeze it in here. Whoa, that's a long triangle. A little crazy. Hello everyone! How's everyone doing? Having a good, what is today? Man, Tuesday. Tuesday night. Just a little bit out of it. My son is moving on Monday to New York, and I don't want him to. I'm gonna miss him too much. Oh yeah, you're making fried rice? Sounds good. Yeah, no worries. Just do your thing. I'll be here. Nice of you to drop in, though. But I guess that's how life is. I moved away too. Far away. So he's pretty much actually the probably pretty close distance to what I moved to, so. Except I went south and he's going north. Oh yeah, you have a sore throat? Yeah, that's no good. Yeah, I don't know. Well, if it's really sore, you probably should check it out. Make sure you don't have strep throat. Oh yeah. Yeah, probably just see if you still have it tomorrow, then you might want to check it out. Sometimes it is the weather, depending if you have rain or some mold in the air or pollen. Who knows, right? Could be anything. Or maybe you were just snoring a lot. Can't tell you that. Yeah. Well, you just never know, right? So make sure you don't sleep on your back tonight. Yeah. Well, hopefully you're not too tired tonight. You just have a good sleep, and then tomorrow you wake up without a sore throat. You just want to pat these down so that make sure that they're all nice and flat. Hello, how is everyone doing? And welcome, welcome. So I'm just working on my mosaic wall hanging. I'm using stained glass, and I've cut it down. This is an iridized white, and let's see. I guess this you can see how it shimmers in the light. And I just basically cut a piece, usually about that big. And then I cut some strips. It doesn't have to be completely even, but I make it about the width that I want, which is a little less than a ½ inch actually. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut them into smaller squares or rectangles. Some of them end up being triangles, and then right now I'm just going to actually put them on the board here because I'm going to put those down. Get myself quite a few so then I can just smoothly place them and I don't have to stop and pick up my tool and cut them. Now this piece has been taking when am I going to get back on my Xbox? Yeah, I don't know about that. We'll see. We'll see. I don't know. I'm not really good at playing games. But anyways, I don't even know what I was saying. No clue. It's gone. Probably should always finish my train of thought and then say something else, right? So I don't always have to pick up my tool. That's what I was saying. It's just a better flow. I'm just gonna squeeze some glue here. just a little piece here. I'm going to kind of pull it out, put it on my tray. And then when I'm placing these, I'm just looking because one side is the iridized and then the other side is a plain white. I just want to make sure that the iridized side is up. Some glue on my finger. Hang on. Piece is not going to listen. Let me get some more glue. Didn't get very much glue in there. I take some of this off. Okay. You can do the whole thing, like, because these are so tiny, you can actually just use the tweezers, but they're still big enough for me to pick up with my fingers, so this is a little bit more delicate. I just like it better. Oh man, hang on here. Where's my water? When you're using larger pieces, you don't get the glue on your fingers as much. Because you're further away, you can kind of hold it, you know, without touching the glue, but the tiny pieces are a little tricky. And the reason I'm doing tiny pieces, just for texture, just to make it look more intricate. If you haven't followed me yet on Twitch, you can just go and click the follow button. If you're from somewhere else, you can just go to mosaics.tv and then click the follow button, which is the heart, or down below there's also all my other social media on my page, and also some pictures of things that I've created and some information about me. It's a really pretty page, so if you want to see something else, I would say go to mosaics.tv. pieces here, maybe some bigger ones. I cut those really tiny. We might be here till next year if I use all the tiny, tiny ones. So this project takes longer because the pieces are smaller. If I was using larger pieces, I'd be done a lot quicker. Hello and welcome. Hello, hello. What's everyone doing? Are you at work? Are you at home? Doing homework? Babysitting? Watching TV and surfing the web? What's going on? So I love to feed birds, and I feed the hummingbirds as well, and I have so many this year, so many. And I have, let's see, 4 in the front. I have 4 in the front and 2 in the back, the feeders, and I have to fill the nectar every single day. And I think that they've had babies because there's some really tiny ones. And they're very, very intelligent birds. that too dark now? Hey, Living Easy, are you there? I'm trying to see if this is okay. Because if I look at the video with me in it, I think it's it's like a glare. So, anybody out there? Let me know. Is it better with the light shining on it or not? Help! Please help me! See? I knew I could count on someone. It's Telephone Jack! Good. Came to the rescue. Living Easy, you're late. You got beat out already. How are you, Telephone Jack? How was your day? Yeah, next time. Obviously not paying attention, Living Easy. Ah, you're still cooking. Nice, nice. What are you, like a chef or something? I just realized if anybody was watching me like from somewhere else in the I don't know, outside, and they're looking in and they see me just like talking and then laughing and then saying something else, probably think I'm a little crazy because they hear nobody. Ah, no, not a chef, not quite. What they don't know is I am crazy. How can you not be when you're working with tiny pieces like this and you just sit there and keep putting them in? And you don't even think about it. I think that's a sign of craziness, right? A little bit kooky. It's this video I watched. My daughter showed me, it was on YouTube. I'm good. I'm pretty good. I had lunch with my daughter today. Guess what we had? Guess what we had for lunch? And if you've been listening, you will know what we had for lunch. It's like a talk show. There's no prize if you know, but if you know, that means you've been listening. What is my favorite food? I can eat it twice a day. Hello everyone, how's everyone doing? I'm kind of like gluing myself into a corner here. I have to take all these pieces off. Not smart, not smart. Sushi. Ding, 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 ding. You're right. I love sushi. Sushi every day if I can. And where we go, we've been going there since, I'm trying to think when they opened, because we went there the first year they opened. So probably like 2009. And at that time, we didn't go every day. We've only been going, well, I don't go every day. I should say I probably go like 3 times a week on the average. But they know us. They know where we like to sit. They know what we want to eat. Sometimes we change things up. And then it's like they need to close the restaurant and try to figure their whole life out because, oh my God, they've changed their choice. Are there any sushi restaurants in Marble Falls? Really? Well, I know there's a lot of barbecue places. They need a sushi place. Actually, what's funny, one of the guys that used to be a sushi chef where I go, he has a nail salon in Marble Falls now with his wife. He should do sushi and nails. It was really good too. But it's not his, I guess owning his own business was going to be, give him a little more of that accomplishment freedom for him. I can't remember the name of the nail salon, but I know that that's where he is. Hello, everyone. How's everyone doing? So apparently we're going to get no more rain now for the rest of the month. We're done. And so it begins. The hot days of summer. It's going to be 90 the rest of the week. How's everyone else's weather? Anybody have really nice spring weather? Too hot, too fast. That is for sure. Last year we had rain. Till the end of the month at least. Need some more glue. Need to wipe this off of it too. It's not coming out as even. So this glue is a glass glue. It's called Weld Bond. And I've used it forever basically. It's really good for glass mosaic creations. You can use it for other things too, but I use it for glass. Called Weld Bond. And it dries clear, which you want. And then once this is all finished, you put grout all over it, like you would on a tile floor. The only thing is you would use a non-sanded grout. You don't want sand in it when you're using it on glass, because the sand is going to scratch the glass. So I'm going to use a non-sanded grout. And you can get that at any home improvement store. They'll even custom order colors for you, but they actually have a really big variety of colors, so. I need to cut some more pieces here. So I'm just cutting strips. Just kind of eyeing them. And then I'm going to cut them down again into little rectangles or squares. At the end, usually I get like a little bit of a triangle, which is good for the edges where it curves. They'll need like a triangle in there. I'm gonna move this so it's not blocking my progress. really would like to get this done this week. So that's my goal. Hello? What's everyone doing? So I'm hoping you can see it, but I'm just looking at this. Like, if you look at the center part, if you can just see how it's just so, each piece has like a different shade to it. There's like a pink and a purplish color, and bluish, some greenish, and a little bit darker shades over here. This almost looks like it's kind of like a white, and the iridized white just looks like a white iridized white, with like a little shell shimmer to it. It's really pretty. Need a piece that's a little narrow. Here we go. I'm just gonna need to find, there we go. Almost done this one. Need to put a little glue here before I have no room to squeeze the nozzle in. Not enough on the edge. This piece is a little curved. I'm going to put it in there. So I talked to my mom this morning, and I haven't talked to her since, I think, Thursday, which phone calls with my mom, they're about an hour long, and she kind of tells me the same story over and over again. But anyways, she was worried that I had blown away because there were tornadoes in Texas. I tried to explain to her that just because there's a tornado in one part of Texas doesn't mean that I get blown away. And I told her that someone would let her know if something ever happened. So by the time we were done talking, she felt better. She was worried about my dogs if they had blown away. And then she also asked about the goats. I have 2 goats. And I said, well, if they would have blown away, that would have been okay with me. Because those goats drive me crazy. They just cost money. All they do is eat. And they don't eat what they're supposed to eat, like the grass. They're not doing their job. Don't ever buy goats for teach your grass. They do not eat that. They want bushes. We have cane. They eat the cane. But they do not eat grass. Just FYI. So keep the lawnmower. Yeah, she just needed to make sure. Yeah. She did. It probably doesn't help when she goes and talks to, the people in her community, and they're all telling her about the bad weather that's going on in Texas, and all she hears is Texas, and then that's it. But we don't have any more bad weather for a good long time now, apparently. But we'll see. Truthfully, they kind of can judge the weather for a short period of time, and then they can't. So I'm just nipping some more. This piece is stuck in here. And this is a Mosaic glass tile nipper. It has carbide wheels. They don't move, they stay where they are. What you can do though is, as time goes on, you can there's an Allen key that comes with them, and you can just turn them so that the other side that you haven't used yet, it'll be sharper than obviously the part that you've been using. You can tell that when your glass isn't cutting nicely anymore. Just gonna cut that and then cut it down to little square rectangles again, so I can start filling in the next paddle. And you just place the glass in between the two wheels and then squeeze. And you want to have your hand, further back so that you have the strength to close it. And there's a little, we call it spring, so that it has some bounce to it. So when you're snipping or nipping, whatever you want to call it, it just kind of bounces back off the glass, and then you can just slide the wheels over and keep going. I'm gonna guess, because I don't really remember, but I think that probably the very first few times that I did this, I didn't cut as fast. I was just thinking about that. But just like anything, like when you're in the kitchen and you're, chopping up an onion for the first time, it takes quite a while to master that, right? And then all of a sudden you're like a chef, dicing up those vegetables, throwing the blade up in the air, turning around, catching it. No. No. Just joking. Hello, everyone. Anyone that's just coming on, leaving, coming on, leaving, coming on. And I'm gonna fit these in, press them down. If you like what you see and you haven't followed me yet, you can just go to mosaics.tv and then you'll see the follow button. And on that page is all my other social media that you can follow. And there's pictures of items that I've created and any information. And it's just a really pretty page to look at. It also has my schedule on there of when I'll be on. And if you follow me, then I think you can set it up to get notifications if you're interested in just seeing how my progress is going, or coming and saying hi to me. I'm listening to my really ultra uber exciting life. I actually do have an exciting life. I think so. It's all relative, right? Everything's relative. This doesn't look like an iridized piece. Where's the light? It's not. It's trying to sneak in here. So my favorite glass is iridescent glass, which obviously in this piece I'm doing a lot with the iridized white. I just love it. I love how it shimmers, you know, the different light. You get a different view depending on which way the light's hitting it, right? And then what I've done down here, which I will do up here as well, on some of the petals, is I've done a darker grayish blue. And that's just for, to mimic, you know, shadow. And then the perimeter of the petals, I have a plain white. And then inside I have iridescent white. Just gonna take another piece off the larger sheet. Cut it in half. And then do some more strips. When you're doing this, you really want to wear glasses. You don't want, obviously, a piece of glass or a shard of glass to come flying up into your face. Your eyes especially, right? No good. And have I cut myself? So I have, but as you practice and keep going, I very rarely cut myself. The only thing that happens sometimes is when I'm cutting the glass, if it doesn't clean cut, and I get like a little, like a sliver basically of glass, and that sticks in my finger. I can pull them out, but that hurts. It's like a paper cut. For the most part, I don't really cut myself anymore. I did in the very beginning. One piece is stuck under the wheel here. I need some more glue. And this is a glass glue. If you have any questions, want to know something, just ask. a drink here. Where did I hear there? I'm just gonna move this over a little bit so I can get this piece in here. I'll just slide it back in, press it down. Hello and welcome. If you haven't followed yet, you can go to mosaics.tv and you'll see the follow button. And also on there are my other social medias that you can follow. And just follow along and see my progress. Or if you decide you want to try some mosaics and you have questions, just ask away and I'll let you know what to do or how to do it, where to get things. I enjoy doing it. It's a very soothing thing for me. Just kind of zone out, just put the pieces in and listen to some music, or put something on Netflix and just kind of listen and look up once in a while, follow along. And it's really good for your brain. Hand-eye coordination. It's kind of like, probably like yoga or meditation, you know? Art's really good for your mind. You want to put enough glue down to make sure that the pieces will stay. If you just put a little bit and it's kind of holding, and then after when you put the grout on, after everything's filled in and complete, if it pulls up when you're putting the grout over, you'll have a little hole there, and it's just, you can fix it, but it's messy. Just better to make sure everything is adhering down to the base, so you can do a nice, easy, smooth grouting over it. I need to grab some of these over here. How's everyone doing? Doing okay? Just winding down for the evening. Getting ready for the next day. Whoops. Much glue on my fingers again. I have to spray them down. I'm just gonna cut some more strips here. It's a thicker strip. I'll just cut it, the thicker part, in half again. It's no big deal. It happens sometimes. When you do this, you don't have complete control of how the cut's gonna come out. It comes out the way it wants to come out. You can do shorter nips, and then you have more control, but it's okay because, like I said, I'm just cutting it down into smaller rectangles and squares, and it doesn't have to be completely even. They don't have to be the same size, the same shape, because as you can see, they fit all in and they look good. And that's how you do it. And these longer ones, I'm just going to cut in half the other way. I feel a shard there. See, that's what I'm talking about. These little pieces like that, those are the ones that hurt if you push them. I just take them off, and I have a little, I think you can see part of it. It's like a plastic grid. And then all the little pieces there, all the little pieces go in it. And then I just dump it out. You can put it underneath you, but if I put it here, then you're not going to see anything. So I'm just doing it this way. Normally you just would cut over it or cut to the side and then just go this way, but this is better for me. This is my style. Everyone has a different style. You can actually get those grids in different sizes, and if I would get another one, I would just get like a little one like this size so that I can just move it around as I'm working. This one is as long as the board is. Jesus Christ. Something just fell and hit the door. And I'm not going out there. I don't know what that was. Okay. We'll just go on. If I get murdered in front of you, you'll know what happened. My God, I don't know what that was. Did you hear it? I don't have a window on that side. I have windows to the front. Anyways. Yeah. Did anybody hear that? Hello? Say something. At least I know I'm safe with you guys watching me. No? All right. Well. Okay, I found out what it was. It was a huge branch from this tree out here, and it fell. It's about this thick, and it literally just skimmed the side of the building and landed by the. I have two barn doors on this side, and it fell like just literally to the side of it. So good thing it didn't fall on the roof because I might be dead. welcome. How's everyone doing? Just working on my Mosaic daisy. Placing the pieces. Making some good progress. This is a very long project that I'm doing. I'm hoping to finish by the end of the week. I'm using a iridized glass for the center of the petals. Need some more adhesive. I don't like that little sticky piece there. Too much glue on my fingers again. I'm just gonna have to wipe them off. It's like a every 2-minute thing here, it seems. Hello and welcome, welcome, welcome. I'm really happy that you guys are here. I'm just cutting these down into rectangles or small squares. And then at the end, it's kind of like a little triangle. And doing it again and again. Where did that piece go? That was right here. Flying across. And this glass is On the one side, it's iridized or iridescent, right? And on the other side, it's just a plain white. So that's why I keep looking at the pieces just to make sure I have I want the iridescent side up for the inside of the petals. So I just keep looking for that little shimmer as I'm twisting the piece around. So if you haven't followed me yet, if you're on Twitch, you can just hit the follow button, which looks like a heart. And if you aren't on Twitch, if you go to mosaics.tv, that'll take you to my page. And there's the follow button. And then also there's my page with everything else on it. All my other social media. Some of my creations. And you can follow along and see where I'm at. You want to press them down to make sure that they're sticking to the adhesive. Hello, welcome. Welcome, welcome. might need to cut some more. So again, I'm just going to do some strips. And cut them into small, tiny rectangle square pieces. Okay, now put some glue down. Just make sure you fill it in all the way to the edge. You don't want to fill the whole thing in because you don't want the glue to start setting up too much. And then just place the pieces in again. Can't see these tiny pieces very well. Hang on. Push this one in a bit here. Not cooperating. Got it. That's Getting some glue on the tips. Take these off here. All right. I think this is just a plain white. Again, what is it? Oh no, it's not. I need to cut some more. Oops. Okay. Let's go. Let's go. I think tomorrow I'm gonna start a new piece. I'm gonna have this because I just probably need a little bit of a break from just putting the white iridescent down. I want to do a little bit, you know, a little something more. What the heck is this? Creative. Not that this isn't creative, but what am I trying to say? Probably something with higher reward, it being finished faster. I got all these really tiny tiles in today. I'll just show them to you because they're like Tetris, right? These are yellow, and they're just tiny little glass tiles. These actually be really good for kids because you can actually make things without cutting them. See how they're, let's see if I can go that close. Yellow and some orange. I have to look up to the camera. And then I got these, they're like little triangles, all different colors. And then these really pretty iridescent ones. Yeah, there. But these are all really good if you're gonna make something with kids, so they don't have to use the nippers. And some lime green. And that's it. Yeah, so I got those. So I might do something with those tomorrow. I haven't decided yet. I'll have to figure out what I'm gonna do. I feel like a snake. There's glue all over me. I need to get it off. It's driving me crazy. I remember in school, people used to they would put the glue on their fingers on purpose. They could peel it off. Those boys always did that. There was one kid that would eat the glue all the time. Guess he was kind of hungry. Okay. Hello, hello. Anybody want to talk? Say hi. Tell me about your day. Tell me what you're going to do tomorrow. Or if you're going to do anything else tonight. Tell me your problems. I'll see if I can help you solve them. I'm very good at advice. I don't always follow it, but I'm good at giving it. And next Tuesday, it is my birthday. I expect big things, big things. time is it? Cut some more here. Don't want to take too much glue. I think it's getting, what time is it? Where's the clock on this thing? I don't know. I'll look in a minute here, see what time it is. But I'm gonna finish this glue part here. Don't want to leave that. You guys are quiet today. Talk to me. Hello, welcome. How are you? Doing good? Hello, hello. Working on my Mosaic daisy here. That piece has something on it. I don't know what that is. It's probably just a flaw in the glass a little bit. I don't want to use it. I'm not going to do all this work for a little piece to have a flaw in it. Alright, so I think that is where I'm going to stop. And I'm going to call it a night. Thanks for coming by. If you haven't followed me yet, please do so. And then you can follow along. I'm going to start something new tomorrow. And then I'll come back to this again another day. But I'm going to do something probably a little smaller tomorrow. It has a little more diverse pieces in it than this does. And thanks for following. Just go to mosaics.tv and then that will bring up my page. You can follow. There's my other social media and pieces that I've done and information about me. So thanks and good night.